Alright guys, e don choke for Aso Rock. The worst will happen according to Naja'atu Muhammed. Una know say she dey get face off now with Ribado. Una know these people, when they don talk something before, later maybe they can't dey for the camp of the person. All those things when they talk before, you go come be like, they not talk am again. Nigerians, wetin dey happen right now have exposed Nigerian politicians how fake they are. They are very fake. What is happening right now in Aso Rock have exposed them that these people, they are just fake. You understand? Make you watch this video and see what is going on. And please don't also forget to subscribe to this channel. Please subscribe if you are just joining us for the first time. Like us, share this video, make it go viral. Nigerians need to understand what is happening right now. Thank you.
I am Naja'atu Muhammed, the founder and chairperson board of trustees for the Northern Star Youth Initiative. There is no retreat, no surrender, no apologies to Nuhuru.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for joining me in this video. How many of you remember the face of this woman, Naja'atu? She's the woman that leaked the secret meeting she had with Tinubu during the election period, when Tinubu told her that if he fights insecurity, that they will kill him, Tinubu. Now, there is a case going on, and that made me to refer back to the video I made in August last year. Now, this woman has come out to drag Tinubu and Nuhuru, the National Security Advisor. This woman is saying when Ribadu was the EFCC chairman, Ribadu wrote to the National Assembly, the Senate to be precise, stating that Tinubu is corrupt with other governors, that these people must not escape justice. This woman is saying now Tinubu is the president and Tinubu is using Ribadu as the National Security Advisor. Is Ribadu still holding to the statement he made years back that Tinubu is one of the most corrupt entity? Because Tinubu is not just a person, it's an entity, the most corrupt entity in Nigeria. That is just what the woman is asking, just an honest question. Now, Ribadu is not trying to intimidate her, trying to embarrass her, but this woman has come out to make a statement. No retreat, no surrender. Take a listen.
I am Naja'atu Muhammed, the founder and chairperson board of trustees for the Northern Star Youth Initiative. There is no retreat, no surrender, no apologies to Nuhuru. I'm speaking in response to the recent threats and intimidation by Nuhuru using his attack dogs and his lawyer Ahmed Raji and co. Regarding my statement that the then chairman of the EFCC had publicly accused the then governor of Lagos State, Ahmed Bola Tinubu, of being, and I quote, a corrupt government official who will not escape justice. While I acknowledge that Nuhuru might have forgotten or chosen to retract his comments from the past, I stand by my statement and do not believe an apology is warranted. Apology to whom exactly? To President Tinubu for the earlier comments made by his now National Security Advisor? Or apology to Nuhuru for his forgetfulness and master-serving mindset? I stand by my original statement and will not be retracting it. My words accurately reflect my views on the matter based on what is already in public domain. And I do not believe an apology or retraction is necessary. I will not compromise my position to appease Ribadu and his attack dogs. I will not retract my statement, nor will I apologize for speaking the truth as I see it. Nuhuru, you have issues. As you have threatened, please go straight to court, but nothing will silence me. You must understand that you cannot intimidate me. No one can intimidate me. I live for posterity, not for people like you. I have, over the past 48 hours, received multiple threats, calls informing me that you seek to send your attack dogs on me. It is so unfortunate that your attack dogs need to notify me before arresting me. If this is the new standard of operations of your attack dogs, Nigerians must stop wondering why known terrorists and bandits continue to evade arrest while truth sayers and patriots are being oppressed, detained, and threatened. Finally, I have just received reliable information that there is an existing attempt to subvert the judiciary for further intimidation, to force me into retracting my statement. Nuhu Rubadu, you have failed. You have failed the nation. You have failed your voice. You have failed yourself. I refuse to be intimidated. I will continue to tell the truth as I understand it. And let me tell you that no amount of intimidation, no prison on earth is Naja'atu afraid of. The only prison that I fear of is the prison that we will all go into. That is our graves. But even that, I have no fear because I live in harmony with my Creator. So Nuhu Rubadu, do your worst. The worst is best for me. I stand by what I say. I'll continue to say it. I don't care what you think or what you do. I stand by what I say. Long live the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you.
Now, when this administration assumed, I made a video that I want you to watch. I was trying to compare the Tinubu in person when in a situation where a court in the US, District of Illinois, has published a statement that this man has been indicted in a corruption case, especially when it comes to the dealing of drugs. That is not enough. Akpabio has been, accused of embezzlement. By the way, that is one of the reasons they detained Bwanda. Is it Bwanda or Bawa, former EFCC chairman? Because he was ready to arrest Akpabio after the election. Before we know, they detained him and they removed him as the EFCC chairman. That is a story for another day. And also, the number one in judiciary, Kekere Ekon. The woman has been blocked from entering US because of corruption charges. So these are the the content of this video you're about to watch that I made in August. But people did not realize the importance of that video. I think they are beginning to understand. Take a listen. Now, there is something I want you to look into. When I said Nigeria is the most corrupt nation on earth, I was not having water in my mouth when I was saying that. Now, look at this. Now, from the president, I want to show you the three most important persons in Nigeria right now. And I will tell you why I always say that we are in danger and we must fight back. And there is no going back about it. Now, number one, look at the US court releases certified true copies of Bola Tinubu's drug dealings, money laundering case in Chicago. There is no doubt that that is what everybody knows. And it is everywhere. So it's not a hidden thing. That is number one. And that person is the number one, in Nigeria as the president, the commander-in-chief of the whole armed forces. Now, number two there is Akpabio. That is second man. Because Tinubu is the executive, Akpabio is the number one in the legislatures. Now, 108 billion fraud EFCC to seize Akpabio's properties as far back as 2016. As far back as 2016, even before he entered NDDC and carried out another fraudulent activities, that his case is still with the EFCC as I talk to you up to today. Now, this man is the second man and number one in the legislature, the people that makes law for you. Not only that, let us go to the judiciary. We have three arms of government, right? The executive, the legislatures, and the judiciary. The number one judicial officer in Nigeria is a Kudirat Kekere Ekon. And she was blocked from the US for judicial corruption. Emerges the Chief Justice of Nigeria. Now, tell me, look at the three arms of government. They have been indicted from one corruption or criminal activities. And these people are the heads of Nigeria. Tell me, Nigerians, where are we going? Where are we going? We don't have nation anymore. If we continue to keep quiet that everything is fine, everybody is just complaining, it's not going to work like that. We have to put action in our complaint. If we said, okay, we are going to remain in this country, let us fight for it. If we mean that this country should be divided, let us fight for it. But as far as I'm concerned today, People don't know what they are doing. People don't know what they are doing. Both people who are pursuing political stuff and so on and so forth, they have not shown, rascalities that this government deserve. Even people who are agitating, who say they want to leave the country, they have not shown enough readiness. Because as I speak to you, only time will reveal most of the things I tell you. Only time. You might say, oh, this guy don't know what he's saying. No, it's only time. Next year, next 5 years, next 7 years, next 10 years, you will come to realize what I'm saying. Nigerians need to fight for their freedom. Nigerians need to fight for their peace. They need to fight for their victory. As far as I'm concerned, we are not free. We are still enslaved. And a lot of people confuse secession with freedom. Secession is not freedom. They can give you your own country today. The worst will happen than Nigeria because there is no freedom. Many people who are doing all these things in Nigeria, they are from different ethnic groups. This chief judge now, who put two of them as the governor of Imo State from number 4. And that was the reason why US said you are not going to step in the US. That is judicial corruption. Something went wrong. And these are people who are in charge now. Tell me, what are we going to... See, if you think that, oh, these people just allow you want to secede, you want to fight for secession. Look at the other day, the bishop or the Anglican people, they said someone from Anambra State cannot be the bishop of Tinubu State. Is that the kind of country people want to have? Is that the kind of Biafra people want to have? Where a bishop from Anambra can become a bishop of Enugu? No. That is why I said people should fight for freedom. I know what I'm talking about. Fight for freedom first. Freedom is not all about let us have our geographical negation. That is not only freedom. Secession is very important because it allows people to manage their indigenous people. And when you are managing your indigenous people, or when you are ruling or leading your indigenous people, it gives you a better opportunity to assess everyone and carry government to the grassroots. There is no doubt about that. History has demonstrated that if every region, every tribe will have their own country, the world will be a better place. History has demonstrated that. Now, not only that, before we get to that step, we must fight for freedom. Freedom is more of mental. Freedom is mentality than what you think. Freedom, okay, let me give you another example. They said Nigeria is not free in 1960s, that Nigeria need to have their own independence. They have their independent right? What is going on? Freedom is of the mentality. If Nigeria have inculcated themselves what it means to have freedom, independence, they will understand that that is not freedom. Having your own country as Nigeria, British is not ruling you, that is not independent, because those people will find one or two ways to manipulate the things there. As far as we have people in the southwest, southeast, in the north, all these things we are seeing today, there is a possibility for it to go on. So what I'm saying is that Nigerians, you need to fight for yourself. Fight for yourself. If you're fighting for secession, fight for yourself. If you're fighting for political stuff, fight for yourself. Nigeria has been captured. Fight for yourself. Nigeria is one of the worst countries I've never seen on earth. A country where the government must keep quiet because of insecurity. They tell you that you must keep quiet about killings as a president. Tinubu said that by himself. And he has not denied it up till now. So people are just playing. They don't know what is going on in Nigeria. And I pity our generation because I'm not seeing the readiness. Some people who are following politicians, I don't blame them because that is the source of their livelihood. They have reduced them that unless you benefit from politicians, you can't be your self-made person. It is only people who are not eating from politicians that can tell you the truth in Nigeria. Those people that their business is not connected to politicians, these are only people that can tell you the truth. These are the only people who can tell you the truth. And we must get ready. Nigerians are making mistake, a very big mistake. And also, people who are agitating, I think they need to be more formidable. I was studying all these people who have their own country today. How were they able to have it? Most of them who have it successfully is not only through war. It is most of them through politics. Where the group of people who are agitating, we make sure that only them will be in the political offices in that region. And they will go and fight it politically, and they fight it internationally, and they will fight it internally. Now, sometimes if I said, why can't we focus on politics, they will tell us that they will manipulate it, They will not allow you. INEC will manipulate the result and so on and so forth. And another question I'm asking, it is easier to put INEC into subjection, put judiciary into subjection than for you to have your own country. It is easier. So if we can't make this thing happen politically and put your people there, who will go to the House of Rep and push for the bill for you to do something, how do you think you'll be able to succeed? Because this is more easier to do. If you think that if you want to vote, they will hijack it, you don't have power against them. If you go to court, they will hijack it, you don't have power against them. Who told you that you have power to succeed? It is time we begin to think. So we must fight for our freedom in all ramifications. People might not understand what I'm saying, but in the next 10 years, you will understand what I'm saying. Because as it stands now, in the name of this one, I don't believe in Nigeria again, we are not part of Nigeria. They are more, you are giving them room to tie you down more that you can't live that Nigeria. Because you won't vote, because you won't do anything, you are giving them more room. Look at Benjamin Kano, ordinary House of Rep member, saying Abia State must be APC. Okusiogo, he has spoken and it will be like that. Someone who brought Hope Uzodinma is number one judiciary now. And they will do it, they will tie you down, they will kill you, they will do everything because you give them that opportunity to do it. Even though you are fighting for secession, don't give them the opportunity to do it. See, we must fight for this. Fight for freedom. When you have your freedom, when you ask them for referendum, they give you referendum. It is because you don't have freedom. That is why if you ask for referendum, they won't give it to you. We have a lot to discuss in this series.